What's up, Matt? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, Leslie K. Hey, Mary. Mary, Mary. Why you bugging? Hey, Nikki Cochran. Can you guys hear me? Caden became a fan. Yay, Bella. Hello. How you guys doing? Awesome. Mama Patty's here. Zach says hi, and I say hi back in the chat room. Hey, Zach. Hey, Anna. Question: How? Caden, I'm not technical support with you now. I don't know. Contact the link below. Contact. Hey, Rod Carlson. What's going on? Trying to retweet. Hey, Lori R. Hey, Lisa Nova Duran. I know, I saw him last year at the Washington Fair and I loved it. It was just like when I was a kid. Nice to see you, Jackie Nose. Excuse me. A little dry here in Seattle. Right. What's up? Says James Brown. All right, I'm just checking my notes. All my notes for the Survivor episode. Maximus' mom is here. John, where is your beautiful mother? Says the Mama Patty. She is in beautiful Oregon. So yeah, I'm at home. I'm in my home studio now. I want to know what you guys think because, I'm back. I've been out of town the last couple weeks. Of course, most of you guys know I had my comedy show, so I was booked on the Oregon coast for a comedy weekend. And then this last weekend, I was just in California at my cousin Derek's wedding. And it was wonderful. And oh my gosh, let me make sure. Because Derek is big on Instagram. And you know what else he's big on? He's big on comic books. So if you guys like comic books, he does his own podcast as well. And his website is comicboys.com, and he's hilarious. Just like me. It runs in the family. And he's cute. Attractive. How's the weather, John? Says James Brown. James Brown, the weather is wonderful today. In Seattle, the sun is out. However, we're expecting typhoons. We're getting typhoon warnings in Seattle. Like, in 48 hours. Like, what about me? Okay? What about me? I don't know what to do. Cool. Big Bear says Maximus' mom. Yes, I was in Big Bear. And Maximus' mom, I saw your comment. Sorry. I have been responding to all. I posted one political thing, everyone. One. I have not cluttered any of my social media with political stuff. I know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I know everyone has a right to vote for who they want to as the next American president. I get it. I have respect. Yesterday was National Coming Out Day. So I just wanted to post something to remind everyone, despite how you feel about Trump and all of the awful comments with women and other Americans, and Hillary is untrustworthy with the emails and everything like that. Everyone has a right to vote the way they want. You don't live in my shoes. I don't live in your shoes. I respect everybody's stuff. The only thing I wanted to do yesterday for National Coming Out Day was just to remind that with all the confusion and all the bashing between the two candidates, Hillary is for LGBTQ rights. She has supported them And Donald Trump has made several comments in several different media outlets that he does not. And that is the only thing I posted. I said it nice. I'm not into bashing myself. If you read my post at facebook.com/comedyjonah, which is my handle with all of my social media, including YouNow, Twitter, Comedy Jonah. My Facebook is open so you can see it and like and do all kinds of stuff. That's it. So it's been crazy. And, I've had some people not happy with it, which I can expect and I understand. But you don't have to agree with me. Just don't bash me. And if you have something to say, say it in a respectful way and don't say it with name calling or anything. A lot of my responses and posts I've not included any of that. I try to respond with facts and stuff that I know. And if I don't know or I'm wrong, let me know. I'm an adult. I'm a Generation Xer. So I can take some feedback, okay? All right. We need a John sticker. Oh, like the Eric sticker. Yeah. Eric, why don't I have a sticker? What's going on? You forgot about me already? What? That isn't nice. All right, so just to get my little introduction out of the way. Everyone watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. I am John with YourRealityRecaps.com. Every week we have a pre-show Survivor party where we talk about last week's episode. And we remember all of the stuff that happened last week just before this week's episode. So it kind of it gives us in. It's our little previously on Survivor show. Also, too, not only am I talking to you, but I'm also talking to lots and lots of people in our chat room who are responding. So unfortunately, you guys on YouTube can't see them, but I will try to say their names and what they're saying because they're hilarious, just like me. All right, guys. Also, too, if you want to support us, web hosting, all of that stuff does unfortunately cost money. You can become a patron at YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. Patrons, as folks know in the chat room, there's a special group, there's special benefits, there's even special viewing rights to my comedy shows, which I think are pretty funny. I don't know. Comedy's subjective. So, Also, too, all of our Survivor content is at YourRealityRecaps.com/Survivor. You can follow us at Reality Recaps on Twitter and all over social media. Myself, I am Comedy Jonah, and I'm everywhere on social media as Comedy Jonah. Even Pinterest. You can see what I've pinned for dinner tonight. All right. Thank you, Lori R. Great comedy show is wonderful. Save David, I know. So we've got lots to talk about. Lots happened last week on Survivor. So Hannah voted out Mari, which was awful, right? So we open up like with last week's episode talking to Zeke. And Zeke was not having it. He did not want to talk to her. Him and Adam were just like, leave us alone. Just stop it. Stop talking to us. I don't want to talk to you. I don't have the room right here. I don't have any more room. There's no room here. No room. Please leave. Please leave the beach. And, she was trying to kind of justify why she did what she did. I kind of like that she thought, in that moment, she thought she was doing what was best for her game. What do you guys think? I want to know what you think in the chat room. Did Hannah, by voting Mari out, because we were all upset about it, do what's best for her game? Listening to Michelle, Christian nomad Michelle, walking the lands, spreading the word. Did she do what's best for her game? I don't know. The way she kind of said it, I think she might. I mean, at the time, I think she might have. I'm not sure. You agree. Zach agrees. The conversation was hard to watch, says Zach. Lori says, I agree. It was a little bit. How many times do you have to tell someone to leave? Says Rod Carlson. I know. It happens to me in real life. It happens to me with my partner. Just leave. I'm doing a show with my people. Just leave. Yeah. I think it was kind of tough for her to leave because I think that she was trying to cover her butt. So she didn't want to leave, didn't do this. I would have really, and probably we don't know if the whole conversation was pretty much Michelle manipulating her. But what I loved about all of that is that they're starting to figure it out. And I'm so glad about that. What's my next note? So Paul not providing food. So then we switch over to the Generation X, right? Oh, and how old is Paul again? I just kind of rewatched some of those episodes. Paul is 52. Okay. He is a little bit older than I am. So Paul kind of running the show, not really helping out in camp. Very winded. 52, yes, right. Not, fishing, not really coming back with anything. A lot of edits with Paul. A lot of old man coming out of the sea. Edits. I know. He had a panic attack or something the week before. Now he's just kind of recovering. Says he feels like $1 million, but doesn't really seem to be helping out. Okay, you know who I fell in love with this last episode? Who do you think? Especially you ladies. McKendall. Okay, now normally guys like that aren't normal. They're not real. They're not humble. But Ken is just... What's my heart's beating right now? I know. Lisa Nova in the chat room gives Kendall 2 hearts. Yes. And Ken stole my heart this episode. Oh my gosh. Wowza. It was so weird that he's on the bottom. It is weird because, he's... Can I see Eric? Oh no, is he in here? I hope not. Just kidding. Where's my cartoon? Is everybody wants to know Eric. So yes, so Kendall is on the bottom. I think it's because of his social game. He's not very social. Didn't really get in that 6 click on Generation X. So that is what was happening there. So we kind of talked last week about a possible merge. We didn't know. It was on the preview. We find out it's not a merge. It's a Survivor Summit, which we've never seen before. My screen is black. It says Door 888. Who are you? It says Jess McClain. Who are you? I don't know. Who are you? Boring hot guy who knows how to fish. 50-50 for me, says Maximus' mom. Now, I get it. I don't normally go for the super hot guy, but when the super hot guy actually acts like a normal person, and what? His only flaw is that he's super hot? What? Okay. Oh my gosh, Jenny G90, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for the tip. We love it. It helps us out here. It helps bring shows like this to you on a weekly basis. So yes, so we have a tribal summit where it's, I can't even read my own writing. Figgy, Taylor, Will, and Jay got the orange rocks, right? And then we've got Paul. See, I don't know some of their names, so I call, where is he? I can't even find him. Chris. I could say Ginger, like there's Ginger on my notes. Ginger. Paul, Ginger, Chris, David, Cece on Generation X are all at the summit with them. What did you guys think of the summit? And YouTubers, you can comment below. Like, what did you think? I don't know if it really did anything, right? I mean, maybe we're going to see results when they merge. Maybe they can kind of get a feel for it. Rod Carlson says he needs a Barbie or another Ken. That's fine with me. Um, Shay says skinny guy, can't remember his name, was so excited to connect with the millennials. It was nice to see him excited, right? It was also would be nice if he kept his shirt off so he could get a little sun, right? He's looking a little, needs to catch up with everyone with the tan. I know, and you'll burn. I know, and people who don't tan very easy, you'll burn a little bit, but eventually you will tan. Maximus Mom in the chat room says I was waiting for a hidden immunity idol in the food. I know. So we see the summit. They're having food. They get to chat and talk. Oops. And then we see Cece and David talk to Taylor and Figgy about who's on the bottom. And they basically say, we're on the bottom. So that's just information, I guess. Hopefully they'll remember in the future, but then we all know, like Big Brother, Survivor changes too. So is that information, they know it now, fine, but they're not on the same tribe. In weeks to come or days to come, it's Survivor, so it's days to come. Is that information going to be too old? We don't know. Comment below. Comment in the chat. Yeah. Rod Carlson, I think it will come into play later. I know. It's just very, very interesting. Sly One says the oldest millennial wanted to join the Generation Xers. Yeah. TX Rosebud says David and CC talked too much. They do, but I mean, I think they're talking too much because nobody else is talking to them. Like CC said, nobody's coming to me. Nobody's telling me, asking me anything. Kendall also said that. And of course, David is just so all over the place that nobody's really talking to him. All right, so we're back from the summit, and there's a lot of talk. You know what I like about Ken? I mean, besides his looks, that's just a bonus to me, is, he has the kind of the right time to talk to people. He kind of gets one-on-one. He may not be a social person, but he definitely has a way of talking. I also, too, love that when the Generation Xers got back to their tribe, they were like, what do they talk about? They were like, oh, they're just talking about how cute Ken is, and da-da-da-da-da. And you have no idea how humble he is, and burp, 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 So it's just so funny. But I loved that. And so then I love that how Ken kind of sneaks in the conversation. Like when he went with Jessica, who is, she's a prosecutor. We're getting water at the well, and he's just kind of talking, saying, hey, Paul doesn't do a whole lot, and this and that, and this and that. And Jessica's like, he's my alliance. And so far, this is what's happening. This is my alliance. I have really no reason to question it or anything. So Jessica's smart. She's a thinker. She's a thinker. She's going to do it. Then we cut to like the Millennials tribe, and all the beautiful people are in the water, just like, the Shakespeare play. How come I never can remember it, people? Not the Garden of Good and Evil, but the other garden. Midsummer Madness, Midsummer's Night's Dream. So everybody's in the water. What are we going to do? We're so beautiful and young. Let's get out Zeke. He's a threat. Whatever. So Zeke is, kind of on the chopping block. Then we cut to Adam, and Adam is the guy that was with Zeke on the beach, and he's talking to Michaela about wanting to vote out Figgy or Taylor. And, it was nice to see Michaela kind of acknowledge a really good point that, maybe he has a point. Is my email doing here? Yeah. So kind of has a good point. We also know that Michaela still is not happy with Figgy. I loved how Figgy, just to jump back to the Survivor Summit really quick, I loved that Taylor and Figgy did not talk about a showmance. So, they were keeping their cards to their chest, which they should in Survivor. What else do we have? So we've got immunity. We've got immunity. You guys still with me? You can also guest in. Guest in and talk to me. Talk to me about the show. Her eyes hurt to look at him. I like her, though, says Maximus Mom. Good, you guys can hear me. All right. So the immunity, we see that they're on that balancing beam. On the balancing beam. And sweet old Cece, us Generation Xers, we have something to prove. We got to prove ourselves all the time. And sometimes we shouldn't. Which, in this case, we see Cece with the big bag. We literally hear Jeff screaming, and I'm assuming they're hearing it, maybe not the same time we are because it's a show. Excuse me. That, fall off, drop off, let someone else do it. She's got to prove that she can do it, which I get. I understand. I'm getting older too. I got things to prove, whatever. But she's definitely needs to fall. We also see Paul, our commander-in-chief at the Generation X tribe, fall as well. He can't really even do that. So he can't balance with a bag of coconuts and sandbags or fish or help out in the tribe, really. Shay in the chat room says, did you notice none of the Generation X people said anything to her? I was surprised they weren't encouraging her to just drop the bag. I think that's an excellent point, Shay. Nobody did. But I would think that maybe Jeff saying it, and maybe, again, it's a show. You know how they can throw in voices and little sound bites and all that stuff. We don't know. Maybe Jeff's quiet the whole time. We have no idea, do we? But we can ask Zeke. And we may. He may be on the show. We don't know. Stay tuned. All right. So Paul falls. And, the biggest thing with Cece is while she was doing that, 3.5 millennials completed the balance beam with the bags, right? Oh, I wish we had sponsors. We could just say, Kirkland, Vita Rain Zero, Dragon Fruit. This episode's brought to you by... One day we will. Thank you, and that, yeah. Parawolf, so just caught up and mad that Mari got sent out and not Figgy. I know, we're still devastated, Parawolf. We still are. Bud Carlson says Costco rocks. It sure does. I love it. I love it. I love it. And these are such a great value. It's like a case, like the vitamin waters, but these are zeros. So they have no sugar. There's no calories. They replenish you kind of like a Gatorade, but they have better flavors. And I think a case is only like I think we got it for $5.83. What? You can buy one, right, at the store? One vitamin water, maybe not. Shay in the chat room says it was because they worked together. They knew who wouldn't be able to carry a bag across, so they planned ahead of time, which is what the millennials do. And I agree. They, we see later on with Sunday talking about her kids being millennials. I have nieces and nephews that are millennials, and I'm telling you, it's true. They will try and do anything, and they will figure it out, and everything's a big puzzle. Me, I'm just like, what's the best route? And I am. I am a Generation Xer. This episode really, really showed me. So Cece finally completes it. Paul falls off. We got Ginger Chris, who's carried 3 bags across, including himself. Millennials, did it quickly. Everybody's throwing the bags of sand, trying to break the puzzle wall, right? To break the puzzle wall. Let's break it. And Ken, our Ken doll, just really looking great. Throwing those bags, almost catching them up. He did a really good job. Ken is just an asset, isn't he? And I said it, asset. I know, bad. It's bad. It's bad. So, Jay's throwing for the Millennials. Our Ken doll's throwing too. Everybody's throwing. Finally, they have to get the puzzle pieces, and Zeke and I forgot who else was putting it together for the Millennials. And then we had David and someone else, I think Jessica for Generation Xers. And then Millennials win. They won. And they did good. I know, Zach. I know. I don't even... Zach, just cover your ears. I don't know if you're old enough. Just cover your ears. I don't want to offend anyone. Please, tell your mom. Tell your mom I'm a clean comic. Yes, so Millennials win. What are my other notes? So Millennials win that. And then what I love, I wish they lost so they could get rid of Figgy. I know, Shay. I know. Why does Figgy annoy you, Shay? I want to know. Is it Figgy and is it Taylor together? Is it separately? Do we just don't like the pretty popular couple? Is it that they're a couple? You want to call in? And ask me and talk to me? You can. Harold says they don't get rid of her because the Misfits already conceded during Tribal. I know. And you know what? And that was a big manipulation on Michelle's part. But I'm telling you also, it was smart. She knew exactly how to manipulate them all, especially Hannah. And it worked. She's playing the game. We can't fault Christian Michelle. We just can't do it. Rod Carlson, boy, the girls turned fast on Paul. I think it was a bad move. I know. So, Cece's in trouble. Cece's back at the camp. She's in trouble. No one's talking to her. She was on the bottom before the immunity challenge, and now she's really on the bottom. Ken and David are also on the bottom too. They also confirm it. But then that little seed, folks, that our Ken doll planted in Prosecutor Jessica's head is now starting to sprout. So we see her talking to Paul, and, first Jessica's talking to, thank you so much, Allie. C123, you're awesome. We appreciate it. Every little bit helps. We love ya. We love ya. So first we see Jessica and I think Sunday talking to talking to Cece and asking, and Cece's like, where are we at? What's going on? We don't know. Cece, like Maximus' mom in the chat room, says she's clueless. And Jessica says, well, the men haven't decided yet. Really? David Thielen. Pa-pump, pa-pump, pa-pump. Thank you. You're awesome. Yes, so the men haven't decided. Was it that? It's the guys are working out the details. That's what she says to Jessica. The guys are working out the details. This is a very Generation X. I don't know what's before Generation X. Maybe it might be baby boomerish. I don't know. But I don't like it. I can't imagine any of my lady friends saying, we're just waiting for the men. Really? 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 Okay. No. So that bothered me because I was like, well, what kind of, I'm all about power, female, male, whatever. All about power. Come on, we don't need other genders or anybody to decide for us. We're our own. Who? Oh, you rock down the house, David Thielen. Oh my God, you're making me blush, you silly man. So yeah. So speaking of empower, yeah. Who gonna check me, boo? Nobody is gonna. I'm the boss of me. I say who. I say when. I say who. I'm the boss. No, I need to know. So then we see Jessica on Sunday, then talking to Paul, and they're just saying yes. He sees the vote. We're going to do this. Yada yada yada. And then Jessica says, we don't know if is it just the men or, are we still all together as an alliance? And Paul says, I'll let you know and let you know you girls are on your own. Okay. Oh, was that? You could see sweet, poor prosecutor Jessica. Remember the week before she had the sand or something and her eyes were all swollen and red, and they're still red. They still don't look great, but they're looking better. But as great as they don't look, you can see the shift in her eyes. Oh my gosh. Open mouth, insert foot, says Rod Carlson. Absolutely. So she's concerned, and I loved that she took Lucy aside in Sunday, and I'm telling you, I did not think Sunday had it in her. So they takes him aside, she explains what happened, and you could see Lucy. Ooh, I do not want Lucy after me. She looks mean. She looks strong. And I just don't. I'm scared. Shay in the chat room says, and what was so funny is after the guys asked Paul if they should be worried about the girls. And he said, oh no, they're fine. Absolutely, good point. He thought they were fine. That's the kind of arrogance, like when you think you're safe in the game, whether it's Survivor, whether it's Big Brother, when you think you're safe, you probably are not. And when you feel safe and you think you're the leader and all of that, oh, that's even worse. You are not safe. And our own Jason Roy, who does updates with us, but he can't right now because he's in the house, the Big Brother house. Can vouch for that. Totally. So now we're at tribal council, and Jeff's doing his thing. Jeff Probst is probing. Zach, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Zach. Close your eyes in your ears. So Jeff Probst is probing. What's this better? I don't even know what I'm doing. Just pat the puss. Pat the puss. Can't wait for Beverly Hills. Pat the puss. So he's probing. He's talking to everybody. Cece doesn't feel safe. Zach is traumatized. I know. I'm going to be traumatized as well. My mother's probably watching, and it's just awful. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. So we're at tribal council, and I know, calm down. I know, Rod Carlson. I got to calm down. So we hear their stuff. Everybody's just kind of, saying the right appropriate answers, and then we have the votes, and it's really down between Paul and Cece. Boom, 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 boom. 2 votes for Paul, 2 votes for Cece, 3 votes for Paul, 2 votes for Cece. And in the very end, blindside, Paul is voted off the show. Oops, I'm losing my background. Mm-hmm. So Paul's voted out. He's blindsided. You know, remember when blindsides used to be a really like, oh my God, this is insane. We expect the blindside now, right? Maximus mom says was great. It was great. I liked it. I loved that the ladies thought, you know what, we're going to eventually be on the chopping block, so why fall in line? Why fall in suit? Let's just get rid of him right now and just kind of keep those other boys, Chris and Brett, the chubby jock Brett, in check. Okay? Who gonna check me, boo? Right? So the ladies, Jessica, Lucy, and Sunday, checked them. Good girls. So we know the final votes. Yep, just Zach is a good point. Zach, I'm so glad you're with us. I didn't run you off. Zach in the chat room says, like Kelly Wentworth to Savage 2 seasons ago. So great. Absolutely. Devin Carter in the chat room says, I used to love to sit down and watch Survivor, but I don't know what happened. It just changed. You should watch it with us and make it fun again. I don't know. Just saying, Devin. Okay. The votes. So Paul, we all know Paul voted for Cece. We've got our skinny little crazy can't sit still David voted for Paul. Our Ken doll, of course, voted for Paul because he set all this in motion. Our Ken doll has a brain. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see if I can do it. I have a slippers on. I love it. 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 Jessica, of course, with the eyes, the prosecutor, Paul, Cece, of course, Paul. Sunday went along with it. I'm going to have a Sunday tonight just because of it. Our Chris, Ginger Chris, of course, voted for Cece. Brett, our jock, voted for Cece. And Lucy voted for Paul. I loved seeing the 3 girls come together and make a decision. I love it. Devin Carpenter says you watch it here at 8. I try to. I'm on the West Coast, so it's actually 4:40 here for me. But a lot of folks in the chat room will be tweeting about it, so you should follow us and at Reality Recaps and hashtag Survivor. We're all there. Maximus mom says John has a crush. I do have a crush, Maximus mom. I do. You know, you don't hear me say it a lot. But I'm telling you, it's just fantastic. I just love it. So I forgot there was another comment in here. Let me see if I can scroll up. But you guys are just chatting away. So we've got a little preview of tonight where I told you guys 2 weeks ago about Lucy. I'm a little scared. I watch it in West Coast time, says Maximus mom. How do you have Dish Network? How do you do it? I have nothing. Lucy is the new, so they kind of cut the head off of the Generation X tribe leader with Paul. Thank you, Maximus mom. But now we've got the angry dragon, Lucy, is on the rampage. So I have no idea what's going on with that. I'm excited to watch it. I don't really have any spoilers for you guys. I think the kind of spoilers that I found is just kind of photos and little excerpts from just challenges that are coming up. But I'm going to let you guys just see them with me. Yep, Maximus mom says she's the new dictator. So, yeah. Oh, this is so fun. totally the new dictator. So I'm totally excited. Maximus Mom says you watch it East Coast time too, Rod. I don't know, Rod, do you? Oh, yeah, I guess you do too. Rod says lost the East Coast feed to it. All right. So this is the Survivor show, not the What's Your Sexual Identity show. Oh, David Thielen and your likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Devin Carpenter. Yes, so follow another hashtag on you now if you want to talk about sexuality, okay? Speaking of sexuality, so Kendall. See, David Thielen, you're right there in front of me with your likes. You're making me call your name out. Are you guys still liking Survivor? I'm loving this season of Survivor. I'm loving the whole thing with the Millennials. I can't stop talking about Millennials. In fact, I think even in my show that you guys just saw from a week ago, a little over a week ago, week and a half ago. I mean, I'm putting it in my sets now. So it's absolutely hilarious. I just love it. I love teasing them. I tease my nieces and nephews. Yeah, just go build me a computer. Whatever you guys want to do. All right, so that is our Survivor show. I'm going to hang out for a little bit more and talk about other things that you guys want to talk about. For all you guys watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you want to become a patron, help us out with content and hosting and all of that stuff. You can become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. All of our Survivor content is on our website at yourrealityrecaps.com/survivor. So you can see these shows. You can follow our very own dolphin poet Melissa, writes some very hilarious blogs on Survivor with little cartoon captions, little bubbles and everything. And she's absolutely brilliant and talented. I love her. I love Miss Melissa. And of course, check out the rest of our stuff. We cover Big Brother. We're covering Big Brother Over the Top. And I also want to let you guys know that Eric will be back on this channel at 9 p.m. Eastern for a Big Brother Over the Top show. And then I'll watch the eviction and HOH with them. So he's going to watch it with you. He said he had originally done it for 10. It's an hour early. He's going to do a show, and then you guys are going to all watch the eviction and the HOH together. Exciting stuff. What else do we have? That's it. All right. I like it. The Millennials sound dumb sometimes, which is annoying, but ha ha ha, says Shay. Devin Carpenter says, I think they should bring back Redemption Island and gave it an underdog. I do too. I liked Redemption Island. I really, really did. All right. What other shows are you watching? So I started watching Timeless. Are you guys watching that? I know it's reality recaps, so I'm going to have my own scripted recaps. What do you think? We could do that. Or I could talk about scripted shows. Woo-hoo, you heard it here first. We've got Emo Sponge 3 says, what do you think are the chances of Chris going to the very end? The guy seems like a beast. He is a beast. And I think he is going to go far, but I don't know. I mean, if he's going to be a beast, eventually they're going to be like, I can't win against him. So it's either be a beast, continue to be a beast, and continue to win stuff, or you could possibly go home. But I like Chris a lot, and I agree with you. I think he's a beast, and I think he will go far. So Lisa Nova says, I tried Timeless and I don't really like it. I love the premise of it, but I like sci-fi and stuff like that. Also, too, you guys, if you know me, because a lot of you know me, there's some Wonder Woman news that Linda Carter is supposed to have a cameo in the new Wonder Woman movie, and she released a statement today saying she's not in it. She could not get the time to schedule to do it, and I guess with her schedule, she couldn't go get to the set to do it. But reading between the lines, I don't think she was very happy with the part she was given. So just a little tidbit of information. So I'm bummed. I love some Wonder Woman. I love me some Linda Carter. So there you go. That's the latest on that. It's hard to figure out a good strategy for Survivor. Do you come out strong early, still have it later, blend in the middle? So Shay, I think you got it, all of it. I think you really have to kind of understand and read people. And, depending on, I think, the group that you're standing in front of. Do I act strong? Do I act like a sheep? What do I do? You kind of have to just keep shifting and playing and shifting, and it just be real strategic, but be strong. Absolutely. Lisa Nova says Linda Carter is guesting on Supergirl. She is. She's the president. What? Can Linda Carter be president of America now? Can we vote for her on November 8th? Please, please, please. Linda Carter, I know. Rod Carlson, one of the few memories I have as a kid, watching TV with my father, besides sports, he would watch TV when I would watch Wonder Woman. And I thought it was just a special moment. And later, as I got older, I realized, and he told me that it was her outfit that he sat down next to me and we watched it together. Still, I like to think it was just a father and son bonding moment. What else am I watching? So I finished Man in the High Castle. That was good. I hope you guys are watching that. Scream Queens, of course. I'm watching that. American Horror Story. Holy Mother of... Right? American Horror. Yes, Lisa. When is your next comedy show? We can see you, John, says Lori R. So my next physical comedy store is at the same place, and it's in January. So I'm going to be doing a comedy weekend again. And you guys will be the first to stream in. I'm going to have not just a plan A, but a plan B, and a plan C, and a plan D, and F to Z on making sure there's strong internet so that you guys can watch it live, because that's super important to me. But yes, in January, I'm kind of taking the holidays off. I'm doing this show. I'm going to probably, since I'm home this weekend, I'm actually going to fuss around a little bit with my equipment, see how I can do a cooking show, and I might turn this show into a cooking show. We're going to make a dish. I'm going to give you guys some tips on what I do, and I want to hear what tips you guys have for me as far as cooking, because I know there's a lot of fabulous cooks out there. And I want to talk about Survivor. And then when we're done about Survivor, I want to talk about anything else that we want to do. Lost and Confused says, American Horror Stories Roanoke seems 100 times better than Hotel. I absolutely agree with you. I love the whole Roanoke. David Thielen says, I love her golden lasso and the fact that she can deflect bullets from her bracelets. Oh, let's see what I could do, David Thielen. I'm just teasing. You've been so good to me with all your thumbs up. It would just be awful to spoil it now. Who said that about Kelly, Maximus' mom? Yes, I'm watching the OC, and they are in Ireland, and Kelly, drunk crazy monster Kelly? What is going on? She just needs some anger management. I don't know. You know, when I hear the stuff that her husband says and has done to her, I feel sorry for her, but then she acts like this, like a total nut monster. And then I'm like, maybe they're just perfect for each other. I don't know. It drives me crazy. But, you know, you're saying horrible things and then you're crying, saying these girls are being mean girls. You're the one saying mean things. And you know what? You're right. These girls are mean girls. So you should not be saying mean things to mean girls, because these ladies know how to fight. Okay? Who gonna check me, boo? Speaking of that, Sheree's back on Atlanta. I'm excited to see that. I love me some Sheree Whitfield. Can't wait to see that. I'm also watching Jersey. I'm trying to give Teresa a chance, people. But oh, she drives me crazy. And then now this next episode, Joe's leaving for jail, and you're showing all their young pictures of when they were happy and in love. And I get it. I feel for them, but they committed a crime. It wasn't just like she bounced a check. I mean, wire, mortgage fraud, all of this fraud, like several counts of fraud. It wasn't like, you know, where your name is at the list at the grocery store, so you can't write a check like in the 80s. Like it's not that. It's so serious, and she just downplays it so much. Like, oh, I should have just read it before I signed it. It's just like, for you to have no clue what's going on in your marriage financially, not a clue, that's nuts. That is nuts, and I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. All right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up because you guys have to get ready for Survivor. Chateau Soleil will it be ready? Will night be ready? So she gave us a quick tour that the outside is ready. I don't know if the inside's ready yet, Maximus Mom, but we'll see. If you go to bravo.com, you can see her little, like, less than a minute video. Lost and Confused says, what do you think of Kenya and Phaedra's friendship this coming season? I haven't seen anything. I have to look at the preview. Rod Carlson in the chat room. When is your show in January? I need to make plans. I don't have dates yet, but I probably will next week, and I'll let you guys know on this show. So I got to confirm those with the rest of my comedy troupe. Okay, guys, you have 6 minutes before this episode of Survivor starts. Thank you so much for tuning in to me. I love you guys so much. This is so much fun. Tweet me, follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, everywhere at Comedy Jonah, and that's ComedyJonah. Let me know what you think about the cooking show idea and turning the Survivor into that. I don't know. I kind of want to do it. Sounds like fun. And tweet me. Keep in touch with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.